All right. There we go. We are live and up and running for the last 5v5 GAC of the season. Um, Hope you guys had a wonderful Sunday, wonderful weekend. Um, it is very warm here today. It has been all weekend, so it's trying to hide from the heat sort of situation. All right. Well, we had some movement overnight, or potentially he's attacking right now. Doesn't seem like it, but we had some movement overnight. Um, we got some potentially tricky walls here, um, but only potentially. We're gonna get moving on them here in just a second, and I think I might throw our buddy Darth Sidious at this. Was doing a little bit of research. It's like an 80% win rate, something along those lines. Um, and it would just be a really great way to. It'd be a great way to kick off the whole shebang. So I think we're gonna try it. I think we're gonna get this, see if this works. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. And then we'll start on the south wall. Oh, and like dominoes, they should start to topple without their precious leader. uh, Good. That feels good. Sidcron, you've been amazing. We're gonna miss you in these parts. That's for damn sure. All right. So we got us one of these things to deal with. So deal with it. We will in. I mean, let me just kind of put it out there on Front Street. I kind of want to save Bane if I can. Um, kind of want to save Bane. So yeah, um, we're going to just go this route with things. And yeah, hopefully, hopefully this does the trick. I looked; it's got a pretty high success rate, all with Kenobi instead of Windu, but I don't think it'll matter much. I don't think it'll matter at all. Um, Yeah. Um, this has a very high success rate. So, I mean, I'm not shocked that it's going the way it's going, to be sure. But I mean, I kind of felt forced to go this route. Oh, shoot. We just had ads begin a few seconds ago, so I need to I need to get better about waiting for the ads. Um, so while the okay, so we've killed an equal number of teams, but he is I got 16 more banners somehow. I mean, the short-handed one for sure accounts for something, but he must have had a rough couple of fights, is all I can think of. Rough couple of fights. While the ads are going, I'm going to just kind of um, confirm my Gungan counter that I have in mind here. Um, Without Jar Jar, it's a much different monster. Um, yep. Okay. There it is. That's kind of what I'm looking for. All right, ads are done. So the Sith Triumvirate our with our buddy Talon and Savage has a 96% win rate over Boss Nass Gungans with Nest, even with the Datacron and the whole nine. So we're gonna go ahead and use them here, and hopefully this goes well. Uh, I've got a lot riding on this counter. I mean, I had a lot riding on the previous counter, but this one as well. Um, I mean, I have backup plans. I have teams, obviously, still ready to roll, but um, okay. But yeah, I want this to go smooth. I want this to go smooth. I lost my last one by 7 banners, and that doesn't make me feel very happy. Not very happy with that at all. I guess I'm gonna isolate that guy because I just don't want him getting taunt, right? And we need to get that thing killed as soon as we can. All right. Meanwhile, Savage still appears to just be ramping, and Nihilus. I'm not unhappy with this at all. This is pretty. It seems pretty painless. Of course, when Jar Jar's in the picture, and he'll be in more pictures very soon. With his event being just about a month away. Um, all right, well, trying to stall for another annihilate, but oh, never mind. Talon said, "Let's just go ahead and end this shit." That's one of the biggest hits I've ever seen from her. To nuke both of them out like that, wow. I kind of impressed with Darth Talon right there. She might have just earned my respect. She's a decent character, but mostly you're there for the stat bonuses. But yeah, she was just like, "Oh, no, 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 no. I have more. There's more I can contribute to this situation." So cool, good for her. Great, that was a great result. Just completely overwhelm and knock him out. Okay, so this has been a pretty safe and reliable counter to this whole thing thus far. So what we want is we want us some armor pen. And oh god, yeah, that's no. I need to. I say it every time, right? Every time. Anybody who's been watching me knows I see that Datacron. I'm like, I need to reroll that. I need to reroll that. But yeah, here we go. Okay. I mean, worst case scenario is we set up an easy cleanup for bounty hunters, but I'm hoping this goes smooth. I'm very anxious to see the back walls. Little surprised old Molly Mall there didn't throw it at her, because typically that's what he does. All right, let's get him gone. Oh, Paz. Absolute Chad. Just. Let's. Oh, shoot, actually. He needs saved. He needs saved. On yourself, please, young man. Okay, let's just make it official. There we go. Now everybody's in better shape. And let's put it to bed. Yeah, alright. 64. I'll take it. Alright. Let's get to the back walls. Um, him for extra offense, or see, I'm having a little, just a minor debate with myself. Two tanks. I mean, two tanks is pretty freaking safe. Um, yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. I mean, Emperor's Trap is awesome, and I like being able to put the marks. But yeah, let's just go ahead and roll with this. We know at minimum we'll probably, at least set up like an easy cleanup. So all right, she's gone. Let's see if we can get him to follow. He's thick. He's thick, but um, yeah, we'll just keep going. Welcome to the new viewers. Glad you could join us this morning. Yeah, I mean, if we can't get Chrysanthemum out this first one, we can at least get some of the more of the support gone. Oh, we're out of ultimate already. It's fine. We'll be back soon enough. There we go. Of course, Job over there is getting close to ultimate, but so are we. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Go ahead and hopefully we're able to put this away before he causes too many issues with his ultimate. Oh, nice, nice, nice. All right, Maul. And this is the second match in a row he's targeted him, but I'm just gonna throw it on auto. I think they'll be able to carry it from here. Yeah, I mean, it must be hard coded. That's the only thing I can think of is it must be hard coded. Okay, so I was a little bit afraid of this, um, that we'd run into this on the back wall. Um, Probably in his plans, but yeah, this is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to have to see what I've got available to try to make this work. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so this Kenobi's gonna be a problem. There's just not much with this current Datacron that can handle him. And unfortunately, I'm kind of in that situation where I used my best counter. I kind of didn't have a choice. Um, well, I mean, I guess I had a choice, and maybe I should have done something different on that team, but on the Dala team. But I mean, if I'd gotten stalled on that back wall, it would have, you know, would have been it. So, um, yeah. So it is what it is right now. I mean, we'll take these two teams out, and then we'll go ahead and leave that thing standing. Um, in kind of a good news, bad news situation. I mean, he's going to find himself in some pretty rough waters himself when he gets to my back wall because he's going to have some very stark choices to make, and he's going to, yeah, it's not going to be great for him, I don't think. Shoot. Hmm. Okay. Well, we'll come back to these. We'll come back to these. We'll finish taking this out. Because I kind of have to. Bane doesn't work very well against JMK, so I, about the only things that are working well. I mean, okay, in theory, I could go a couple different ways. I could, in theory, I could throw Bane with Malik against that. It's got an 83% win rate, but then I'm kind of a little bit stuck on what to throw against them. I could do JM Luke. I could do Jedi Master Luke, um, which I yeah Bane Malik has 83% um, against that setup. Well, actually, against the setup with Anakin in there. With Baby Ahsoka, it drops to 77, probably because the tonk gets cleared. But Cat is allegedly hard coded to go after either Malik or Malgus or Grandmaster Yoda, but I can't throw Grandmaster Yoda on because of the um, rule of two, obviously. So he wouldn't be what makes him him. So yeah, mirror matches are about the only option you really have. I mean, might have been a better choice to throw Jedi Master Luke at that team, but mm, let me let me do a quick check. Yeah, luckily I got to use the Sid Kron here. He had one last blaze of glory on. I used it on the DTMG team, and it worked beautifully. They barely took any turns. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm gonna miss that Kron a lot. That I kind of sort of feel like that's how he should be full time. Um, like that's what his Omi should be in territory wars. But that's neither here nor there, right? Let me do a quick search for Leia Organa to see if I can potentially. Um, yeah, Bane's the best option by far. Bane. Okay, it's all Bane all the time. I mean, if I had taken Staff off defense, I would have had at least the option to try Bane on that back wall, but Um, also he tacked twice and then stopped, and I don't know what he used. I don't. Um, but we know he's got three GLs for offense. Killed Ray. Sure, that could have been anything. This he might have used Bane. Um, it's hard to say. He might have used his own SLKR, but I mean, there's still a couple of solid teams, and yeah, he's got Sith Empire for offense. He's got Star Killer for offense. It looks like too. Looks like he's got the Triumvirate for offense. So I mean, he's definitely got some teams, but and he's got JML for offense too, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Um, yeah, I hate. I'm kind of mad at myself. I might have cost myself the Grand Arena by taking the easiest counter on Quadme. I might have. No, my GG's on defense. I mean, I could throw. I could potentially throw Jedi Master Luke at Leia. Don't think it's got the greatest rate, but that's the thing. Leia goes on defense so much. Like the examples of teams that can beat her, it's long. So I'm digging through. Um, Nobody, and apparently nobody's trying Luke against her this season. Um, I think it's just because of Bane, personally. Um, yeah, I think Bane's just kind of doing his thing. Because yeah, there's zero examples. Like JMK is normally not a solid counter against Leia, but he's being used pretty hardcore against her right now. Like Sith Eternal Emperor with Bane is countering her. I like, why would you go that route though when C can just take out a whole other team by himself? It's kind of interesting. Let me remove the cutoff because like we're in like the 90, 80s and 90% wins. But yeah, Bane. So in just the top one, two, three, four, five, possible. I definitely know it's possible. Um, the choice. Okay, here's 27%. 27% average 17.05 banners against. Let me look at the lineup and double check it. Against no, that's against a lineup with Captain Rex. Um, oh wait, hang on. 43%. Yeah, and only 43% against this lineup. Hmm. Yeah. See that kind of. I probably should have just thrown Jedi Master Luke at Quadme. I probably would have if I just taken out Quadme, it probably would have been okay. But if I had gotten Quadme and Obi-Wan, it would have been a cleanup. Probably would have been the smarter move to do, and then had JMK for that back wall. But we didn't do that, um, so we're just gonna have to soldier on, and then we'll see. But yeah, if I throw Bane here, which I mean looks to be about my only option, and fleets are worth more, there is that to factor in. Fleets are worth more, so it's probably safer to say it's more important for me to get fleets than it is for me to get the South back. Um, Cause yeah, like even if there was, so one time when I was feeling kind of crazy, I did throw JML at this team got a bunch of kills, and then came in and cleaned it up with Malgus. Like, but Drogon was dead, and the whoever else was on the team was dead. Like, I'd taken out a lot of people, and I know like JML, if he ability blocks quite a bit to keep her moves under control. I mean, there's definitely a way to do it. There's definitely a way that it could work. I don't know if my guys got it or not. But hey, in the meantime, I mean, okay, so there is one other. I saved Star Killer this time around. Um, just because he's been Sid food for the past 3 months or whatever, and I was like, hey, let's open up some options a little bit here. Um, I'm kind of curious if Malicos would have any sort of a shot here. If he could, if Cat could get nuked out, this definitely opens up to some different counters. Like if I could get Cat out of the picture. If Cat was out of the picture, it would like I could throw the 501st at this. Um, but what that would mean in the long run is I would have to take out this, or I'm sorry, but this Ray with Star Killer, which isn't like out of the realm of possibility. Let me. Sorry for the delay, folks. I know that this is absolutely captivating and thrilling. Um, but I have not touched. I have not used Star Killer against her in a long time, just because Malicos has been so freaking consistent. Um, I'm gonna sort this by scene and not win percentage. Bane, I mean, Bane is the number one counter for everything right now. It's kind of crazy. The number of examples of Bane. Okay. So right now it is saying, yeah, the Holdocron seems to really be kind of screwing with the Star Killer counter, but that we don't have the deadly one here. So I wonder how much of a difference that makes. But the highest win percentage I'm seeing is 55%. Um, whereas with Malicos and all that, it's in the high 80s, low 90s. 38% for Star Killer. Yeah, Star Killer just doesn't seem to have it right now. I mean, even Jedi Master Luke is at 60%. So I mean, if Star Killer were looking to be a better option, I would probably throw Star Killer here and then try Malicos against JMK on the back wall, um, just to see what would happen. But yeah, I just don't think I've got anything for that JMK, um, other than JML. So I don't really have anything I'm going to use JML against here. So let's just go ahead and knock this wall down, take out fleets, and then we can throw a team or two at JMK. If I get lucky, if I am able to nuke out, Cat, and then I can chisel away at it. I suppose I can even end up throwing Sith Eternal. I mean, there's a lot of options. Um, but yeah, for now, let's just stick with what we know is working. Bane Malik for JMK. Yeah, I'm definitely right there with you. Oh, my Ufus are more than strong enough for Ray. I'm with you there using Bane and Malik, but then I'm kind of stuck with what do I use against Leia? Because nothing of what I have is a very high percentage. And I'm looking at the swgoh.gg. So let me go back to the Leia Organa counters real quick. Yeah, I probably should have been bringing Stapcron with me, and then none of this would be a problem. But I was not really anticipating running into another JMK on defense on a back wall. That's 2 in a row. But yeah, if I'd brought Stapcron, it would definitely be a different story. But yeah, short of Bane, I don't really have too many options with this current configuration that they're rocking. The Mon Mothma Ben thing seems right here is kind of anti-Stap too. It really lowers the win percentage from like the high 80s down into the 70s and lower in some circumstances, depending on who else is inserted. Yeah, and like this one's like, yeah, that one, well, that's not even the configuration we're looking at here. But yeah, it's with Mon Mothma and Ben, for whatever reason, Stap just starts becoming less effective. Probably because of the revives. I guess, maybe, I don't know. But Mothma, I think, would get taken out pretty quick with the ramping damage. I mean, and this is probably, there's also some variation on what's on Datacrons. You know, like some of these Stap Datacrons might not have like all the key important stuff, but um, yeah, it's 27% for Luke. I mean, I do. That's 43%. It's 43% against her, against this current setup they've got rocking over here. I do have ability block crons that I could bring into play. We can keep ability blocks until we get to insta kill for Jedi Knight Cal. But I mean, what's higher? Does JML have a better chance against Leia or against JMK? The ignore taunt thing kind of hurts, but we can get around that. Like we can make Kat ignore everybody else and go for Grandmaster Yoda if needed. She is they, for whatever reason, they're very, very hard coded to go after Grandmaster Yoda. So like if you're mirroring and they're faster than you, and I think that's why I ended up, yeah, if they're faster than you, you bring Grandmaster Yoda and they'll take out your Yoda, and then you take out their cat, and then you're off to the races. I'm just looking for an example of Jedi Master. This current Kron set is really complicating things against him. I don't have Watt, unfortunately, or I could try to do some some fancy tricks with Sith Eternal, but my Watt is with my Watt's with my Admiral Trench. Yeah, 34%. So technically, it's a better chance against. It's a better chance against Luke or against Kenobi than it is against. Yeah, and they're. I mean, and even so, like, I think Bane Malik, I think they said is 83%. So, yeah, I just, Yeah, I shouldn't have any problems against this. They've got the ramping offense, so I don't have to, and I don't have to kill Ray twice. I wouldn't have to anyways. But yeah, this shouldn't. If I lose this, it'll be unusual. It'll definitely be out of the ordinary. But yeah, um, let's clear this wall. Let's get to the fleets, get them down. We'll take out those other two teams around JMK, and then we'll kind of look at our options. But um, I mean, we might have options. We might be able to work some. We might be able to work some trickery or some fuckery, but I mean, if we get Cat out of the picture, that's the only thing. If we could get Cat out of the picture, it opens up. It opens up. So maybe we'll throw a Jedi Master Luke team at it with Grandmaster Yoda to eat the insta kill, and then if we can get lucky and get Cat out of the picture, we might be able to clean it up with like gas or something like that. Um, but yeah, let's see. So we see. So like, do you have a no revive cron for the Jedi? This ability block could come in handy against them. This would be what I would typically use the offense defense thing, just for the extra damage. But we're gonna go ahead and just do. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We want some armor pen. There we go. That'll keep them a little bit thicker. Um, any day, Ray. Any day. Thank you. All right. Oh shit. God damn it. I might be fucked. All right. Well, we got one other option other than Bane. Fucking hate Ray. I hate Ray so much. Yeah, that just this shit. That counter for me has been, I mean, beyond solid. Come on, Ray. Yep, there it is, probably. All right, well, that's the Grand Arena, folks. I think. Um, I mean, short of throwing the 501st at him and seeing if they can. I guess we can get Ben out of the picture, but yeah, I'm kind of running out of choices here. She's going to be pretty low on health, I think, but yeah, we might just be done. Which, I mean, sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I guess if we get Ben out of the picture, we got a chance to get Ray out of the picture. Here, this is just go. We got that gone. Yep, I'm done. Yeah, I guess short of I can throw Bane at this, guaranteed kill it. Um, I don't know if he would have a chance at all. This pisses me off quite a bit. When counters that have just been as consistent as everything just all of a sudden don't work has kind of been the story of my 5v5. Um, and I'm sad to see the Banecron and the Seacron go. I am not going to miss this piece of shit Cron for anything. Any of these resistance Crons, the teams are already freaking solid, and they just give them like I don't. I'm very highly questioning the decision making at CG about some of these Datacrons. Like they kind of suck ass to begin with, and then you throw shit like this out there. Yeah, it's really frustrating that yeah, yeah. Well, and like this JMK Cron, did JMK need help or the Padme Cron? Did like does that need to be a thing? Like why does that need to be a thing? Why does JMK need to basically more or less be invincible? He's already the best all around GL in the game. Like why does he need help? Like Datacron should be to help like teams that need the help or to give fun little effects, not like let's make teams invincible because it's kind of the situation that we're looking at. Yeah, I don't know what I have a better chance. Like I could throw Jedi Master Luke at this and see. I mean, it can work. It can work. It typically doesn't, but it can. Um, and I mean, and if Sith Eternal links up a couple of folks and zaps them out, then the cleanups become a little bit easier. Yeah, yeah, the JMK cron or the Padme cron, whatever you want to call it, it's unnecessary. It's absolute unnecessary garbage. It already had like three counters. Four if you did some cheesy shit with him and GBA and some other, Watt and armor. Yeah, and then to take it to where mass assists only do one damage and they get protection up and they get courage and they do provoked and they do all this other stuff. It's like that's a lot of effects for one team. But okay. I mean, I'm probably screwed either way, but I might as well get a clean win here and take out the jackass Kron up top. I mean, I guess I can hope that they struggle just as much as me. That's the only hope I really have. The new Kron set is interesting. It's very interesting. It doesn't have faction callouts. It has callouts for roles. It does have character callouts though, so like don't get it twisted. Like there are characters at the R9, but like it's like if it gives effects to tanks and healers and attackers and not factions. It's not like there's resistance and stuff like that. It's a very interesting set. Um, I think there's going to be a lot of fun builds um, that end up cropping up as a result. But yeah, it's kind of a cool set. I haven't deep dove into it, and like we usually wait because like I think is it Calvin Awesome or Zareth? There's somebody that does like amazing breakdowns for like this is the best thing, and like he'll make a chart like you'll want this for this character and this for this character or this for that team and whatever. Um, I don't know how he's going to be able to do that because it's not hyperbole for me to say that the possibilities for this new Kron are kind of endless. There's a lot out there that can be done with them. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So I was gonna throw Star Killer at these guys, but that kind of went out the window. So I honestly kind of sort of think I don't have much of a choice but to throw Sith Empire at them, and and then we'll take a step back and see. Oh yeah, yeah. Normally they throw the Xerath thing up in my Discord for my guild, and then that's when I take a look at it. It hasn't hit our Discord yet, so I haven't seen it. So yeah, I'm sure he's been all over it because the possibilities are almost endless. It's kind of nuts. Um, I'm not gonna go so far as to say it's out of hand, but it's kind of nuts. It's kind of crazy how much stuff is getting dumped um, into this cron set. Like, and I bought some of the stuff already. Like the crons have been sitting in the Datacron shop for the past couple of days, so I picked up a couple with shard shop currency and whatnot, but I've only leveled one up to like 3 at this point. I haven't done much of anything else with it yet. But I got like the damage over time gives protection up thing. So I'm looking forward to that one for Wampa. And for Lord Vader, although when you're getting Lord Vader into that picture, you're potentially opening up some one shots from good old Boba Fett. All right. Yeah, Wampa is definitely going to be very useful in the coming season. Like no doubt, no doubt about it. In three and in 3v3 especially, where her options for what she can kill definitely grow. Yeah, let's just. You're gonna die anyways, so I'm not gonna waste a drain on. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna be in a situation here where I mean, it's really going to kind of boil down to me throwing one of two GLs at her and then hopefully getting a result that I can come in and clean up with. Um, Obviously, if he gets his ult off and fries these two, JML can clean up the rest. And then, if I can get rid of this team and then get rid of fleets, and then I can drop those last two teams on south with some of my other toys, because I have some options still available for some decent teams. Um, I feel like though if I throw C against this, it's just going to be kind of wasted. I don't know that he's going to get to his. I don't know that he's going to get to his stuff in time. Um, and I don't have Watt. I only have armor. And I guess I could do the cheesy shit and throw GBA in, but I'm also pretty. No, That's not GBA. That's GBA. I'm also kind of out of dark side datacrons, so I want something with health if possible. Let's sort. Let's look for health. That's what I thought. I mean, that's not a horrible cron. Um, yeah, we just link up those two probably, or link up Ray and link up Ben. If I can get Ben out, it really opens the door for Luke to come in and kind of finish it off. But I have to link up her because bitch is taunting. Well, that was predictable. Her ultimate charges so ridiculously fast in comparison to pretty much every other ult in the game. Yep. Predictable. All right, well, Luke's my only hope here, so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but yep, that's probably the Grand Arena, folks. I hate to be that guy, but I just don't really have. With Ufu's failing, I just don't really have many options. I don't know. It's probably more useful. I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm fucking irritated right now. That's for sure. What am I in? What am I in? I'm in dual wield. Okay. I do not want to. Why is she not taunting right now? She needs to be taunting. Predictable. Yep, this is done. This is fucking done. All right. Well, I'm going to go kill those bottom two teams and just call it a fucking day. Well, not call it a day, but I'll be back this afternoon. Um, I'll be back when Conquest and TB launches. I don't know that I'm going to get to the new player experience account today, but I'm definitely going to try. Um, but Conquest is one of those things that when it launches, it kind of becomes priority, and of course, TB is a universal priority. Well, that's that. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Oh, I hate this shit sometimes. I really do. I don't know if you could tell, but just every now and again, when GAC just decides that you're not winning. That's so much for my bonus turn that Luke's supposed to get, right? Yep. All right. Well, let's just see if we can kill this piece of shit team and be done with it before I fucking snap. Um, actually, I wonder. Uh, well, one thing I do take comfort in is the fact that we see this happen to everybody. Everybody's accounts go through this. Yeah, I mean, this is what's going to happen when you have to throw every other planned counter at something that's not the planned counter. Do I even have enough Jedi to fill this out? Oh, yeah, I've got plenty. I mean, I don't have anybody great, but I mean, other than Yoda. Yeah, I'll be back this afternoon for all the shenanigans that come with TB and everybody's favorite mode, Conquest. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm kind of one relic trooper short of this being able to actually be a thing. Um, I mean, of course, I can throw that in, but and then the Datacron would, or then the Omi would work. Well, it just says at the start of battle, if no other allies have the leader tag, Imperial Trooper allies, blah blah blah. So technically, he doesn't have that tag. What do we got for offense? Right there. But now that Night Trooper's out, I'm my plan is to take Stormtrooper back from Gideon and have Stormtrooper here, so she can at least have a full team because it's been a while since that has been a thing. Wow, they are already sending out Hotbot for TB. They are all over it this morning. All right. Well, don't know what I'm using here, but bounty hunters? Yeah, sure. Bounty hunters look great, right? Sure, that's lots of stats. You know when your guild makes you have a R9, they didn't make me, but when you have an R9 sign a Django because of territory battles, they asked, I volunteered. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You might as well use him. You know what I'm saying? So definitely getting a little bit of his money's worth today. Okay, we're stuck on you. Let's just get unstuck, eh? I 94K. 94K is 94K. So, yep. All right. Well, this was a bust, guys. I apologize. Unless by some miracle he gets completely stuck on every single wall I have, or doesn't come back. He's got a pretty easy W. So, yeah, it'd have been nice to get this down and get depletes, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Anyway, folks, yeah, I'll be back this afternoon, right promptly as Conquest is kicking off. I'll be here to hit all of it, and when we're done, with Conquest, we'll hop into TB. Again, I don't know if I'll have any time for the free to play account today. It's just kind of a busy day. Sam's off at kind of a little summer camp right now. He'll be home here in the next little while. So I got to get him lunch and all that other good stuff. But yeah, we got a week off from Grand Arena after today, and we'll we'll pick it up for 3v3, which is always interesting. It's always a good time, or can always be a good time, can always be interesting. So until this afternoon, guys, here in just what time is it? 11 o'clock. In just about 3 hours, I'll be back, and we'll stream Conquest. We'll talk Conquest, and we'll do the territory battles after. Nothing super special about TB today. It's the kickoff day. It's it is what it is. But tomorrow for TB, we'll be doing the Zepho unlock mission, and then the next day we'll be doing Riva and the Mandalore unlock missions. So we have that to look forward to for sure, and then more Conquest. And the more Conquest to follow, as always. And then yeah, we'll get through this no GAC week, and then we'll hit 3v3 with this new Datacron set, and oh boy, that should be fun. But anyways, folks, it's been good to have you here. Been good to have you here. Sorry the result wasn't great, but it happens to everybody, especially with the just the way things currently are going with Datacrons. But that ends today. That ends right now. In fact, those Datacrons are pretty much dead. What is it? Mixed Chirotech 50/50? What are they trying to peddle to us now? Let me see if I can find that. Where was that? Okay, so it's one of those pop-ups that every time you try to go and do something, it's like, are you sure you don't want to buy something first? This is a really good deal. Um, yeah, I guess we got we have some events coming. Oh, we do have this Galactic Challenge still. I haven't looked at it. Because you need 5 Gungans for that chunk of the score. And I don't know what the rest of the feats is, but we can hit that real quick. Um, every Monday for the next month, they have said. Oh, it's Gungans versus Sith is what they want us to do in Sandstorm Globe of Peace. When was the last time that was Grim Machinations? At least they don't have their Omicrons. 400% turn meter, no tanks, complete the battle. Okay, so it's a part of me that wonders, for funsies, is this a thing for this feat? With Bane's AoEs and of course Vader's, Vader's everything. Well, these guys just don't want to die, do they? Oh, the dots make Nihilus thick as shit. Whenever he's dispelling them, he's gaining stats upon stats upon stats. Okay. Um. Well, might have to go to our buddy Bit Dynasty to solve that little mystery. But in the meantime, we'll just see if these guys can't get the kill in the clear, and then we'll come back around to. Sam should be coming home here in like the next 15-20 minutes, so I really gotta get ready. But in the meantime, if we can just knock out the win and the no tank thing, that'll be a decent enough start. Oh, you know what? Oh, damn it. She just went under stealth. I mean, there really seems like they're kind of putting us into a corner here with a team that can remove 400% turn meter with while Nihilus is ramping from all those dots. That's curious. So yeah, we're gonna have to go and just take a peek for a strategy for this because I cannot come up with one on my own. Anyways, folks, apologize for the disappointing GAC. We'll go for a comeback. We'll go on a comeback tour next season for 3v3. It's always a good time. Um, it's always a great time, in fact. So until this afternoon, like I said, just a little over 3 hours from now, we'll be back for conquest and territory battles, and yeah, we'll just have a little bit of a marathon doing that stuff together this afternoon, and it should be a good time. It should be no pressure, be a lot of fun. Uh, so yeah, until then, folks, have a good day. Enjoy your Monday, getting your work week started off right. Um, yeah, I gotta go get ready for a little kid to come home, and he's gonna want mac and cheese. Yeah, he goes to this thing 4 days a week for the next 2 weeks, and then he'll be off. I mean, he's been off all summer, but school fires up pretty early around here in comparison to where I grew up, so he'll be back to school like mid-August. Um, but his birthday's coming up, and my mom is coming out, so he gets to have some fun trips and some fun times and some adventures while she's here. So we're looking forward to that. I will probably end up I'm gonna definitely be streaming a little bit less while all that's going on, and we are taking like a 2 day trip um, to Sleepy Hollow, New York, at my mom's request. She wants to go see Sleepy Hollow, and that should be fun. At least I hope it is. It's a little close to New York City for my liking. I grew up in a town with 60 people, so yeah, New York's a little bit bigger than that. All right, folks. Yeah, 3 hours. We'll be back, fired up, ready to roll. Again, sorry for the disappointing result, but these things happen. I am trying to not take it hard. But yeah, thank you for being here, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, with Conquest going, basically, my goal is to just like, hey, these are the teams I'm using. This is a fast way to do feats, blah blah, etc. That sort of crap. But doing it live, and then hopefully, folks have questions. I'll be here to answer them. TB, I'll start in TB putting down my platoon assignments just to get that done and out of the way, and then we'll hop over and just rally on conquest. And my goal on day one is usually let's get through sector one, and then day two, depending, we might try to get all the way through sector two, or we might just, go 3/4 of the way, or when it's going to depend on how many crystals I feel like spending on any given day. Um, but yeah, we're probably, given that it's the start of a new Datacron season, we're probably going to pause in sector 4, I think, because that's where most of your materials for getting the higher level Datacrons unlocked are going to come from. But in the meantime, you hop into the Datacron shop. Make sure you pick up Shard Shop currency because it's expensive. You can start buying. You can buy the crons. You can buy the currency. We're back to using DBoss stuff. You remember that from a couple sets ago. So we've got some reroll materials. I've been grabbing stuff over the last couple of days, and then I haven't gone super crazy yet with rolling the crons. These can actually be deleted, which will give you a bunch of materials to start doing this. But so I got the Night Trooper cron from unlocking Night Trooper. But then I got this. So this is a Wampa slash Lord Vader cron. And then I haven't really done anything else. But yeah, these can all be deleted now. So Banecron, you served us well. Sidcron, you were a blast. These Jedi-crons were great. Stapcron, I'm definitely going to miss the Stapcron. All the others I'm more than fine to see go, though, especially the Resistance ones, because I think these new toys that we're going to have, I think we're going to have a lot of fun with some build crafting. I think we can do some pretty wicked stuff. So that part of it really excites me. Alright, so we just got a ton of materials. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, seeing I'm over. I'm over the credit limit. Let's see what we can do. Faction mechanic. See, support, tank, healer, or attacker. So no resistance, no first order, no none of that stuff. And then here's all the randoms that it can target. I mean, here's the problem. I guess so when you get to the faction mechanic, you'll thin this list out based on what you get here. And I mean, Wampa's an attacker, right? So we kind of want this to roll attacker to have a shot. And then who else do we have? Support, tank. Is he an attacker? Can't remember what his tag is, but support, attacker, tank, an attacker, I think. And then because we rolled dark side, like this is a list. That is a lot of characters that can be targeted. I mean, Emphis Nest having a Kron, Ewok Elder, Visas. I think she's gonna have a pretty cool effect with Starkiller. I haven't looked at what Sorty's effect is. I mean, I can see myself just from the dark side list. Like, I would want a Kron for Gar, for Watt, for Wampa, for Nihilus, for Iden, and for Bosk. Is kind of where I'm leaning. And then for down here, I definitely want one for Visas Mar. Sortie, depending on what it looks like. My Barris isn't leveled. Sabine, for sure. I do have a decent Ewok Elder. I mean, the cup call out to me is amazing. And it actually looks like it can be a giant pain in the ass. But to me, the more useful Krons are kind of falling on the dark side. Ooh, whoa, that is a mountain of defense. So we're over 100% defense on this Kron. So let's see who we roll here. Healer, dark side healer. Okay, so it opened up the light side again because only the light side has healers. That's kind of interesting. So let's re-roll this. Okay, multiple tank effects. At the start of each turn, if non-galactic legend tank allies have 50 or percent. Ooh. Ooh. Ow, okay. Tanks start with damaging me. Both of these are good, but I mean, that's going to go away. But like, you're looking at Lord Vader, and you throw a couple of tanks on that team. Whew, that's gonna make them. It's gonna make them thick. But I mean, I guess I don't know, man. I kind of want to roll for Wampa here. Attacker. Here we go. Whenever attacker allies critically hit an enemy during their turn, that ally gains 10% offense stacking for 2 turns. You know, just for the sake of trying to get a Wampacron, we're gonna go with that. 24.44% special damage. I think that's pretty good for Wampa, right? More protection. That's great for Wampa. We've got so there's 6 choices this can be. If it's Iden, I'm not going to be too upset, but we're going for Wampa here. Come on, big money, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Young Han Solo, fantastic. Okay, so now we got to get some reroll materials for that, but in the meantime, this is still pretty good for Wampa, regardless of that. So that was a fun little kind of slot machine activity we're doing here. 40% more protection. Let's see. We might as well use it. Inflict a debuff to gain 2% critical. Do I have a reroll? I can reroll that. That's, I mean, not for the alignment, but just the effect is kind of shite. The first time our Darkside Darkside tank allies defeat or revive them with 100% health, reset their cooldowns. So we got a little ray effect for a Darkside tank here. Is definitely more useful than what I've seen so far. Yeah, I am not a giant fan of these light side effects so far. Whenever dark side allies use a basic ability, they gain speed up for 2 turns. That's pretty nice too. I might actually switch to that because we can make use of that. Like that would be a pretty good effect for like Aiden's team. You could really make them fast. You could really make them fast. Um, But anyways, I mean, I'm kind of out of materials for the time being, but we got a couple of crons to get us started on our way, and we'll definitely we'll snag a bunch of materials today. So yeah, nice little stream here. We'll be back here in exactly 3 hours from now. Actually, it'll be a little bit before, a little less than 3 hours from now, because I'll get on just make sure I'm all prepped and set up and ready to go before everything kicks off. But yeah, 3 hours from now we'll be live and going with TB and Conquest. We'll drop my characters in platoons. We'll hop over to Conquest. When we're wrapped up with Conquest for the day, we'll head back to TB, do those missions, and then call it a day. And then, depending on what time it is when we wrap up with everything, maybe I'll hop over to the new account. In fact, I'm just gonna say we will at minimum, we'll hop over to the new player experience. We'll do a mega stream. We'll do a Conquest TB new player experience mega stream. That sounds like a good time to me. I hope it sounds like a good time to you. Yeah, we'll be back in just a few hours, folks. Enjoy the next little portion of your day, and I can't wait for you to join me again. We're gonna have fun as we continue on the path to unlocking Luthen Rail. You know who we will about a month and a half have unlocked, and then we start in on a new Ezra conquest. So all of that's really exciting. What's 9-4? Okay, so we're under the 2 month mark left for this. So when Ezra comes out, we'll have a new Datacron set, and probably I would imagine that Datacron set will include something for Luthien. I was a little surprised Queen Amidala didn't get a Datacron here, but maybe she'll get a Datacron in the next set. But it's kind of odd for them to skip a character, you know, because she didn't get one in this set. Yeah, now Padme, and you know, if you wailed on Obi-Wan, you got that Cron, but yeah, she didn't get one in this set, and she doesn't have one in this set, so they might just be skipping her. But it would not shock me as the set after this if she ends up with one of her own. But anyways, folks, just see you again in a couple of short hours. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your time. And you guys have a good day. And yeah, we'll be